Hello and welcome back to the Shattered Balance series in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we have been continuing our 15-year peace pledge. I think we're about halfway through it now, so we're going to continue on speed 5 to get it over with as soon as possible. So let's unpause immediately and do that. Seems like the Ecumenical Patriarch over here is having a bit of a religious uprising. Which, I'm not sure what the result of that will be, but maybe we'll find out. And the war between our two dukes is resulting in a battle up here, which the Duke of Achaia has won. That should give him probably close to 100% war score if I had to guess. It is actually 100% in his favor, so that war is over. Our steward has some interesting ideas. We'll adopt his ideas for 11 gold. So that war is over with this county back under control of its rightful duke. A cousin was born. We still have the lingering independence faction, though whichever duke it was that was in that previously is now out of it, and we got a notification about a siege victory over here, even though we're not in any war. I don't know what that is about. Weird. Okay. Getting extra levy reinforcements. My uncle asked me for a fief of his own, but he is not going to get it. And I suppose we can certainly spare some money for upgrades. I was playing with my doll by myself, trying to remember a song to sing to my puppet, when I saw a girl my age look at my beautiful doll with longing in her eyes. So we can try to befriend our cousin, have her become our rival, or say she won't ever touch my doll. We could be friends, that seems good. Let's see, this castle was the one we got for cheap with our, was it leadership focus, so it has no upgrades as of yet. We can start building some in there. I hugged my doll and then gave her to Antipatra, who grabbed her and ran away. I tried following her, crying the whole time for my doll, but she got away. So we become bitter rivals anyway. Okay. And we need a new steward. And Epirus is having a bit of a revolt. It looks like the Ecumenical Patriarch is going to lose his religious uprising, or at least is losing it. And our cousin needs educating. Let's just give her to somebody who's not a duke, since we can potentially gain opinion with dukes by giving them more closely related people. So we still have managed to not be murdered. I do want to make sure to remember to change myself to an educator with a better trait before I come of age. But that's a few years off yet. I suppose improve religious relations with the Patriarch. Marshall told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that that this would improve the military, so sure. Sounds good. We can afford upgrades elsewhere as well, actually. Let's upgrade all the castle towns we can for the extra income. Just focus on the capital county for now, since that's the one that's going to be getting the bonus from our collect taxes mission. plus 45%. Okay, our vassal duke and regent is trying to subjugate somebody? This guy, I guess. Okay, so he's trying to vassalize him, which I don't really appreciate. I wonder if we created this duchy and gave it to this guy, if that would invalidate that war. I think it might. Let's try it. Oh, of course we can't grant him a landed title because it needs to be approved by our regent. And his opinion has not been improved by our Chancellor being there for a long time. I'm just going to go at this point and give him his outrageous gift. So expensive. We can grant the title now. And he gets this vassal along with it, but not this county since this is under a different duke. That's okay though. And does it invalidate their war? Apparently it does not. Even though he's no longer a count but is now a duke. Oh well, we'll see what happens if and when that ends in Achaea's favour, which I assume it will. Why is Epirus's army in here? I don't know. Looks like they are having an uprising. Yeah. Okay, so our fighting skills are getting better. And now that our regent actually likes us, I guess we can also send gifts to people that are in our factions. If we want to. Though they're not actually dangerous at the moment, it's only this one faction. We have a cousin who needs educating as well. She's not going to give opinions, so we'll let a random person do it. I don't think there's much in the way of decisions we can do. We can still hold feasts and summer fairs actually, so let's do both of those. Okay, more levy reinforcements. Yeah, 74% in his favor. 100% in his favor. A son was born to my uncle. Okay, so he just took the duchy title, is that what happened? Wow, so I guess I made it worse by doing that. That's pretty unfortunate. Well, I guess it's a good thing we improved his opinion then, I suppose. Summer Fair brings all kinds of entertainers to Thessalonica, and a puppet show got my attention when I heard the giggles, laughter, and wolf whistles from its audience. So my vassal likes me better? Or was it my opinion of him that went up? Probably should have paid more attention to that. Alright, the fair is over, we gained 10 prestige. And it looks like when we come of age we're probably going to have, between the prestige we have right now and what we're going to get from our peace pledge, that we'll be probably over 2,000 prestige already, which will be nice. We need a new Chancellor. I guess I'll send him still to improve relations, send her, excuse me, to improve relations with our regent. Okay, our castle towns are built. Income is up to 11. Need a new steward. And my vassals are holding a meeting about the quality of my rule again. Sylvia has been bothering me for a long time. At first I thought it was her way of making friends. The pranks started to escalate from being rather harmless to me finding my clothes sprinkled over the yard in the morning, or getting the contents of a chamber pot poured over me. I don't think she likes me at all. So we can become bitter rivals, try to make friends. Let's try to make friends. Though, after that chamber pot incident, she's almost stopped pestering me. There's the occasional prank, but I can put up with it as long as they are harmless. And then she ruined everything, so we become bitter rivals anyway. Okay. Okay, good, so his opinion is increased. He's pretty happy with me now. So we'll spend enough on food to satisfy everyone's hunger. And invite all of our vassals. And we should hear something else about the feast at some point. Okay. Everyone's opinion is better, which is good. Still have our independence faction. But the Duke has dropped out of it, so it's only her still in there. I did send her a gift already, did I? I didn't. I guess we'll do that, just for the sake of having absolutely no factions. Apart from the obligatory autonomy faction. I assume that will get her out of there, yep, okay. And our fighting skills are up to Skilled Fighter, which is good. We are 14 years old, so probably as soon as we turn 15, which will be quite soon, I'll switch my educator to somebody with a better trait. And our best trait currently is Martial, so we could go for Brilliant Tactician, Brilliant Strategist rather, to really max out our stats there, or we could go for something different to be a little more balanced, in which case I would choose either Diplomacy or Stewardship. It says plus 10 vassal opinion here, but there doesn't seem to be the modifier actually applied to any of our vassals. Anyway, enough about that mystery. I think I'd rather go for Stewardship. So we'll pick a Midas touched character. And incidentally, one who is our vassal, so their opinion gets increased. Would be especially good. So if I remember rightly, our peace pledge should be up in 952. Okay, so our vassal Duke of Achaea is taking the opportunity of one of Epirus' vassals revolting to try and subjugate the revolting vassal. People are so easy to manipulate. A smile, a tear, the right inflection, and they will rush to do my bidding. So we can gain the trait Deceitful. We'll see what happens with our Guardian. My evil guardian Viviana promised that for every lie I tell I'll get a rap of the rod, so we lose the trait Deceitful. That's okay. It's not an amazingly good or bad trait, I think. It's probably... I don't know if it's more good than bad. Our cousin needs educating as well. Give him to that guy. So it looks like Achaia is going to get his way in that war, assuming it doesn't end... Assuming the revolt against Epirus doesn't end first. Which is pretty annoying. He's going to gain this county as well as the other two that he previously got up there. Okay. The Ecumenical Patriarch likes me better. That was what happened just there, right? They kind of clicked it away very quickly. Yeah, okay. So he's kind of a problem. I'm assuming he's our most powerful vassal by a wide margin. Yeah, 47%, 46% is much more powerful than I'm comfortable with. So once we are of age, we'll have to try and do something about him. Okay, and we are of age. We didn't become Midas Touched, only a Fortune Builder. But that's not so bad, I suppose. We need to get ourselves married. So I think we'll try to choose somebody with a good genetic trait, if possible. If we can find a genius, that would be ideal. 37-year-old genius, I guess that would do. Strong would also be okay. I think we'll just go with the genius. We need it to be matrilineal though, of course. So he won't accept that. Why does this not close? There we go. And there is a 38-year-old genius, though unfortunately he is our uncle, so let's not do that. Tall is okay. I suppose I would take strong. Sure. Strong will do. And we need to choose a focus for ourselves. I think we'll go with the rulership? No. Yeah, we'll do rulership, that's fine. More stewardship. We turned out not amazingly well. Pretty good stewardship, though part of that now is from rulership focus, of course, and our marshal is pretty good as well. Okay, a son was born to somebody, our cousin, okay. And our marriage should go through matrilineally. We can go down to speed 4, I think, since we might want to be doing stuff to deal with our powerful vassal here, though. Let's see. We should be able to plot to revoke things from him, I think. Heraclea is not the one. I'll cancel that. Euboea? That's not under him. He doesn't actually hold any of these counties. They're outside of his capital duchy personally, so I guess we can't plot to revoke them. Not really sure what we can actually do. If we just start retracting the vassalage from him, it's going to give us a lot of tyranny, so can't really do that. Anyway, we do still have our peace pledge up for another 2 years, I think. I really wish it would say in this tooltip when the time period would be up. But I'm pretty sure it was 952. What sort of hummus am I interested in buying today? The hummus merchant has so many varieties available. So you can get good old plain hummus, red peppers, spicy hummus, How about some nuts on my hummus? Lots of nuts. Okay. This affects the amount of prestige and piety. I guess we'll try some spicy hummus. That sounds good. Alright. So he got the county. An architect has been brought before your court proposing the construction of a new castle. Great. This is the same event we got before with our previous character, so it should end up in us getting another cheap castle, hopefully. We might have to give away another holding to hold it, but obviously having one in our capital duchy, or our capital county even, is better, so we will absolutely spend 400 gold on this. And actually we are out of time for this episode, so let's leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.